Result of the chaos that occurred yesterday at Kenol during the church service, which was attended by the Deputy President William Ruto at AIPCA Church at Kenol in Murang'a County. And as a result of that incident, the National Police Service, under the leadership of the Inspector General of Police, Hilary Mutyambai, has actually directed that Member of Parliament of Kiharu, Ndindi Nyoro, as well as Member of Parliament of Kandara, Alice Wahome, should report to the DCI office region in Nyeri. And as we speak right now, I'm with Member of Parliament of Kiharu, Ndindi Nyoro, who is actually going to tell us whether he is going to heed that directive by the Inspector General of Police. That directive was given by the Inspector General of Police yesterday, immediately after the news that went out there that there was violence at Kenol area in Murang'a County. And you are expected to be in Nyeri today to, of course, record a statement on the same. Have you received a formal communication by the police to of course, heed to that directive?
Thank you very much, Jeff, and the KTN crew. First of all, I have to say that I was very disappointed yesterday to hear the said or purported sermons by Mutyambai. First, because in their heart, Dani Kabisa, they exactly know who planned the violence in Murang'a. And it was just diversionary. They are just playing politics by purporting to someone, myself and Alice. Jeff, we were hosting the Deputy President yesterday. How, even a madman, how would you come to disrupt your own meeting? How would you come to burn your own house? So this is just diversionary. And I want to tell Mutyambai, I know you said that we be arrested because my own, I mean personally, I mentioned Matiang'i and I mentioned Kibicho. And I know that is where the directive to arrest me and Alice came from. So, mimi nataka kuambia wacha hii maneno yote ya sarakasi diversionary. They know where the meetings were planned, planning meetings to disrupt were held. My own, personally, I informed our county commissioner, Mr. Barre, and fortunately, I did it through a message. Something that I have in my phone. If you can zoom your camera, I'll show you. As early as Friday, we knew people were meeting at a hotel called Edgewood in Murang'a. We knew Sabina Chege met the leaders of those disruptors at Thika Greens. And if Thika Greens are kind enough, they can produce the cameras. So the things we are saying, sio sisi sio wazimu, tunajua. Because when they were recruiting, walikuwa saa zingine wanapigia watu wetu simu. Ati kuna mkutano hapa tunapanga hivi. So we had a very clear pass or through pass of information through the people they were working with. So I want to say Mutyambai must stop playing politics with this kind of an unfortunate incident. Tafadhali eda ushike wale watu walipanga maneno ya Murang'a jana na unawajua. Now even yesterday, I'm sure you have the clips from your guys. Yesterday when they started burning tires, police ndio walikuwa wanasimamia hapo. How would the police be policing guys who are burning tires outside the church? Then you come here to purport that the victim are the ones to come and report and write a statement. Today I saw it is now DCI summoning us. So we must stop these side shows. Number two, mimi niliangalia kwa TV jana. Ati wamesema tushikwe na Alice. Na hii mlango imekuwa wazi hata wewe umekuja ukaona hapa kwangu. Because there is nothing to hide. I've been waiting for them to come and pick me. Kuamuka asubuhi napata tena through social media. Ati tumeambiwa tuende Nyeri. I want to confirm categorically that no one has called me. And when I reached out, because ni vizuri niongee ukweli, when I reached out to the office of the regional guy in Nyeri wa DCI, he was actually in Murang'a kwa sababu pia yeye aliona kwa Twitter that we have been summoned. He had no prior information. He was actually in Murang'a looking for some piecemeal information. Aone vile ataandika statement. Hii yote tunaona ni sarakasi. Let people carry their own cross.
Some have argued that in the last 2 weeks, we've seen that chaos happening in Murang'a. Yeah. A week ago, on the 26th, there was another skirmish which happened at a burial ceremony between you and the woman rep of the county.
Yes.
Why this chaos in the county at this time?
Jeff, it's not purely about the county. Remember, we had the same chaos in Nyeri a while back, you remember? No one was arrested, as you know, because it was state instigated. We had chaos in Kisii at the glare of the whole country. Did you see any fellow being arrested? They cannot arrest themselves. They know the money to disrupt DP's meetings is coming from the Office of Interior. Na sasa imebadilika imekuwa Office of Interior Insecurity and Violence. Wacheni kutoa pesa ya umma kwenda kupanga vijana to disrupt our meetings, then you come back to claim you want to arrest the same people you are harassing. So hii maneno sio Murang'a peke yake, imekuwa ikihappen around the country na unajua. Hii juzi Murang'a, even if you ask a child who was there in that burial and you saw yourself on the clips, nilikaitwa niongee, one guy akiwa pale, and I want you to go and check where that guy works. Akaanza kushout. That is the same character who went to receive money from Sabina Chege to disrupt yesterday's meeting in Murang'a. You can go check, uliza watu wa Thika Greens, kama wanaandika kwa gate, wale watu wanawatembelea, check the cameras, you'll see what I'm trying to say.
There's a possibility that if you fail to go to record statement, there's a possibility that an arrest warrant will be given against you. Isn't that a concern for you?
You know, Jeff, I have been arrested before, and I know all these machinations. They have nothing to do with Murang'a. These guys at OP are heartless. They don't even care that human beings lost their lives yesterday. And I want to challenge Sabina Chege as I answer that. I want to challenge her. I want to challenge Matiang'i. I want to challenge Kibicho. Please, you have to visit the families of those who lost their loved ones, because you are the cause of those deaths. And you are no less than murderers, because you cannot go collect vulnerable youth, uwalete kwa raia, wapigwe, then you come out in the open with crocodile tears. You have the system to know exactly who did what. You have the capacity to track my phone, for example. You have the capacity to track Sabina Chege's phone, track them. You have the capacity to actually see the characters who were there burning tires. And you have the capacity to know where they live. Na nyinyi wenyewe kama serikali, mnajua kwenye hawa vijana waliendewa. Tafadhali muache kuzungusha wa Kenya. Na mimi sisemi hivi nikiwa wazimu. I have communicated with the county commissioner vile nimekuambia, lakini he seems powerless because the direction was coming from elsewhere. Jeff, if you are in that church, and I'm sure you watched, it is despicable. Mimi nilikuwa hapo. Unaona mkuu wa polisi anapigiwa simu from I don't know where. Yeye mwenyewe anasema tia gazi irushwe kwa kanisa. Police mukatoa pesa pale OP mukapea Sabina Chege. Apologize to Kenyans.
Let's take a short break there. Now that is Jeff Kirui speaking to Kiharu Member of Parliament Ndindi Nyoro, a man who has since had an arrest warrant before him. Let's take a short break now, but do stay with us. When we come back, we'll be focusing on matters education. Let's take a look at the first phase of schools reopening in the country as final year students at universities and colleges begin their return to school today. That and so much more on the other side of the break.